Today is a very special day because in around an hour, we are going to be leaving for Melbourne Airport, from which in around 3 hours we'll be flying over to Canberra because today is the first ever screening of one of my films in a film festival. The Twisted Sands of Time is going to be screened tonight in Dendy Cinemas in the Canberra Short Film Festival. This is a huge and unbelievable milestone, and I am so grateful for you all because you all, including my parents, teachers, and all my friends, have made it come true.
Welcome to the theatrical play of the universe, of space, and of time.
Just landed in Canberra and are now heading over to Vibe Hotel. Hello and welcome back to this randomly made amateur vlog about my trip to Canberra. We actually checked into this decent room with a very decent view around a few hours ago, and right now we're about to leave for Dendy Cinemas in around 10 minutes. I've come across a lot of really interesting architecture here in Canberra so far. It's a pretty aesthetic city, I have to say. Nothing like what it's here in Melbourne, so it's definitely a new experience. But yeah, I know for sure that going to Dendy Cinemas to see my first ever premiere of one of my films is gonna be an even newer experience. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see how it goes. We are finally at Dendy Cinemas in Canberra. Showtime is in around 1 hour.
Welcome to the theatrical play of the universe, of space, and of time. This play is directed such that, exactly, since in terms of time, we're on one side of the Big Bang.
Well, we're done with this screening now, and there's a lot going on in my head. I will share my thoughts as soon as we get back to the hotel room. It was a pretty surreal experience. That's honestly the only word I can think of about how to describe how it felt to watch one of my own films on such a massive screen. Something I'd made just for YouTube. For that to be played on such a massive screen with such great sound, it just felt ethereal or surreal, or however you want to describe it. What I went through after that screening, like the stuff that was going on in my head, I felt like my film had been shown alongside 9 other films, all of which were made by professionals, were absolutely awesome in terms of everything, and were just on another level in terms of scale and just everything else. In that moment, I couldn't see why my film had been selected alongside those films. Because I felt that my film was simply inferior to all those other films. But when I slept over it and when I woke up, I remember I was just running all those other films over and over in my head, feeling so goddamn inspired. Because for my film to have been selected alongside theirs, clearly there was something in my film that I did not see, but they saw. And not just that, but to watch all these other crazy films alongside mine, it raised my dreams to another standard, you know? So while I was a bit demotivated temporarily, at the end, inspiration was the only feeling I was left with. And you know, all these films just confirmed the fact for me that if you look at anything in the world through a little camera, you can bring a whole new perspective to it. And if you learn a whole ton of new techniques and apply that as well, then you can do anything you want with filmmaking.
While travelling back to Melbourne, there were a ton of new ideas for new films just churning over and over in my head. Let's just say, the inspiration did hit me hard, and you'll see the results of it in 2022.